Easy Crafts. Today we're going to be making a hat keychain. I have the keychain already attached to this one. I have not attached one to this one yet. In this project you will need some bottle lids, scraps of cloth, some scraps of cardboard, needle and thread, some jump rings and keychains, some little bows or flowers to decorate the hats with, jewelry pliers, something to make a hole with, a pair of scissors. I've got two here because one is for cloth and one is for paper, a glue gun, and some glue sticks. Okay, let's get started. First thing you want to do is pick a lid and then measure and cut a circle from a piece of your cardboard. You want a 1 3/4 inch approximately. You can make them bigger or smaller according to how you want them to look. Then you want to cut 2 circles from a piece of cloth. If you want the top and bottom of the hat to match, you want it to be the same cloth. One piece is going to be 2 3/4 of an inch, and the other piece is going to be 3 inches. For the next part, you will need a needle and some thread. You want to take your smaller circle, and after you thread your needle, you want to just loosely sew around the edge of the circle. Continue all the way around until you get to where you began. You want to make sure the printed side is on the outside, pointed down. And then you want to take your lid, stick it inside, and then you want to pull the thread tight. Once you do that, you want to knot it. I usually knot it twice just for extra security. And then cut your thread. There you have the top of the hat. So you want to take your needle and thread, do the same thing with the other piece of cloth. Once you get that done, you want to take the piece of cardboard and put it inside that piece of cloth and pull it tight. Make sure the center is the only part that's open. Then you want to knot that. Knot it again. And cut your thread. You have the bottom of the hat. Note that if you decide to do a larger base, that you will also need to increase the size of your cloth, or if you decide to make it smaller, you will have to make the cloth smaller. Your next step is to take your glue gun and you want to put glue on the bottom of your lid. And attach your lid to the cardboard base. For the next step, you want to take your ribbon. If you don't have ribbon, you can use pieces of lace or cloth. Just cut a strip. It does need to be pretty narrow so that it fits around the hat. So what you want to do is you want to take your glue gun and put a little dot on your hat and put that ribbon right on top of the dot of glue. And then take your ribbon and wrap it around the hat. Kind of cut it off. Once you reach the end, just a little bit more so you can overlap the end, and put another dot right there at the end. Getting strings everywhere, guys. Now, you can stop at this stage if you just want the ribbon around it, or you can continue decorating. I'm going to take one of the bows that I previously made, and I'm going to find that spot where I overlap the ribbon, add another dab of glue, place that bow right there on the dab of glue, and there's your hat. For your next step, you want to use either a needle or a tool for making a hole, like an awl or whatever you want to use to make a hole. Let me cut this off to make it a little more even with the other side. You just want to take your tool and you want to take wherever you want your hole. I like it up here at the top opposite the bow so that the bow can hang down, and you just punch a hole. Then you take one of your jump rings, open it up, and take your jump ring and put it into that hole. Once you get that jump ring on there, you just get your keychain assembly and bend your jump ring back into place, and there you have it. A hat keychain. Okay, so here are a few that I've made using this same technique. The only difference is some of the decoration on them. You have your bows. This bow's made out of tulle. This ribbon was a little bit wide, but I left it like that for the band and then cut it in half lengthwise to make the bow. And these, I simply used some grocery bags and melted them together. I think it was 4 layers for each, and this die to cut out some little die cuts of flowers, and then I just glued them on there with hot glue in different ways. Some of them have just a few, some have a lot. This one has some tulle and flowers. These I layered some of the flowers. I just used the eye end of a needle and used it to press in the center to make it have depth. There's another single flower. This one I just layered 2 colors of flower pieces. So as you can see, there's many ways you can decorate them. So here's a few I made a long time ago. In these I didn't use cardboard as the base. It does work without the cardboard. They just look a little more relaxed. But I just thought I'd show you those. I may be doing a video in the future of some variations of this project that I've been thinking about, and I'm going to test them out and see if they work. So stay tuned for that if you really like this craft. That's it for now. I hope y'all have had and continue to have a really blessed day. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.